cutie pie. Have a bit such that I should thank you. While you can. Girl.
Okay.
Hi, Linda. She's a blast to ride. She was a little spooky down on the end, and I walked her through the end until I could soften the reins, and I just had to use a ton of inside leg to keep her along the rail. But I'm keeping her on my leg, not on my hands. Then I trotted through there a couple times, and then I did some leg yields, and she was really, really good. So you have to be prepared coming into the short side with a very, very strong inside leg, but try not to trap her in the reins too much, because the more tension you have in the reins, the more tension she'll have and the stronger she'll get. So I'm going to go do that sequence again. Hopefully she won't run away with me in the extended trot like she did last time. So we'll go try that. But I'll show you in the walk first. hopefully, Kim, you can see this, and hopefully Linda can see it and hear it. This is all seat and leg, no hands. She braces, but I'm not using, she's running into my hand. I'm not using any backward pressure on my hands. Just making all the half halts through the seat work. Now we'll try it in the truck. Ah, good. She took the half halt. It didn't come all the way to the full halt, but she took the half halt very nicely. Very nice. But she's very light in my hands. Probably not even a pound of pressure.
I don't think Linda's ever had that lightness.
Yeah, she's very light in my hand. But I've had to work to get it.
Right.
Still very light. Less than a pound. Still very light. That didn't take a lot of effort. I'm just in a neutral position, and now I'm going to half halt. And that was almost exclusively on my seat.
Awesome.
She hit my hand, but that was her balance. Here to me, here to me.
Explain your process, what you're doing there.
Okay, these are just, when I start her back after a break, I want to go back to the beginning and say you will take my half halt to the seat. So what I do is I walk along and I'm what I call a neutral. The seat's my seat and I squeeze my legs and I activate my back muscles. I don't pull back, but I basically drive her with my legs. The seat is a stopping aid. Ultimately, I'd like the seat stopping to be the only aid I need, and then that's your fine-tuned half halt. Like right here, the seat stops, but see, she keeps on going because I didn't apply the other aids. But if seat follows, legs close, seat stop, shoulders tense, and she comes right into a halt. And then I soften, and she she thought about going forward, but then she said, no, I'll stay here. Good girl. Walk. And then since she sort of forgot a little bit of it after the break, so we'll do some trot. And that time I did give her a little squeeze with one hand because I knew she wasn't really carrying herself. And again, a little squeeze with one hand, just 2 or 3 times, and she didn't come under herself enough. She stepped, her hind legs are out. That meant I didn't push enough with my leg to push her up into my hand. And this time she'll be under her body better. I could feel her sit as we were coming into that halt.
Right.
And hopefully it showed up on the camera.
It did, it did.
One more. Now she's light and carrying herself, see? Ah, very nice. Up, out, left hind out. Takes years to learn to have eyes in your butt to see. Wait. Very nice. That's the way you want that transition to work. The expression is like a leaf floating to ground. That's the way you want your canter to walk transitions to feel like. Not quite there. Right. So here she needs to half halt for balance there. That was enough. No. Still filming, right?
Yep.
So Linda, thank you very much for letting me ride her today. It gave me a lot of insight into her. I really like her. She's fun to ride, and you can learn a lot on her. She, some of the spookiness, again, I think she just needs something to do on that long side. I'm going to suggest that maybe you put some cones up there or something that you can weave through, so she has to listen to your aids. Maybe some poles to step over, so she, again, pays attention to where her feet are instead of giving her an excuse to listen to what's outside the fence. So we want to kind of occupy her brain and put her to work on the short side, not just hold your breath and ride through in the hopes that we get to the other side without her spooking or me falling off. She really needs to take that half halt, and so you saw the work that I did. That needs to be done every time you go pick up the reins and go back to work. You have to reinforce that half halt on the seat. Finish with her really relaxed, so that, I stretched her down, but I didn't want her to finish on the forehand, so that's why I brought her back up again. And then the second time I stretched her, I let her stretch out, but not necessarily down. And again, just keeping her withers up so that she's carrying herself, and she was very light in my hands. So I'm going to walk her off, and I guess I'll see you next week.
Awesome.